This is Tony T here from TonySpeaks.com with our free college football pick show, Week 11, Part 1. We'll have 8 games here from Saturday. We're going to do these in parts throughout the week and have them all done for you by Friday. For more free pick videos, be sure to subscribe to our channel. And if you're looking for my best bets, my pre and plays, click that link in the description. That'll take you over to my page at TonySpeaks.com. So let's get it underway. We start here with Florida and Texas. Florida fell to 4-4, a 34-20 defeat to Georgia. The Gators gained 228 yards, 115 rushing for 3 yards a carry. DJ Lagway, 2 of 6 passing for 47 yards on a touchdown. He left with a hamstring injury. Redshirt sophomore Aiden Warner, 7 of 22 passing for 66 yards and a pick. Lagway is questionable here. Texas improved to 7-1. A 27-24 road win at an improved Vanderbilt team. The Longhorns put up 392 yards, 104 rushing for 3 yards a carry. Defensively, they allowed 269 yards to the Commodores, with 155 passing on 31 attempts. Quinn Ewers, 27 of 37 passes for 208 yards with 3 touchdowns and 2 picks. Texas against the SEC is running for 4.2 yards a carry and getting good quarterback play, 69% completion, 7.2 yards per pass attempt. The Longhorns defense in SEC play, holding teams to 3.2 yards a run, just 5 yards per pass attempt. Florida has struggled on defense against the conference, allowing 176 rushing yards, as well as 7.2 yards per pass attempt. The Longhorns 11-6 to the spread at home. Tough spot for the Gators in back-to-back games away from home after a game against Georgia. And also, the Florida quarterback situation is a massive concern here. Play here will be on Texas here at minus 21.5. All right, next up, we've got West Virginia and Cincinnati for Saturday. West Virginia moves to 4-4 with their 31-26 road win at Arizona. The Mountaineers put up 401 yards, 203 rushing for 5 yards a carry. Defensively, they allowed 386 yards to the Wildcats with 308 passing yards on 34 attempts. It was Nico Marshall, 18 of 22 passes for 198 yards with 2 touchdowns. He rushed for 39 yards. Garrett Green, doubtful with that upper body injury. Cincinnati fell to 5-3, a 34-23 road defeat in Colorado. The Bearcats gained 351 yards, 171 rushing for 5.3 yards a carry. Brendan Sorsby went 16 of 30 for 180 yards with 2 touchdowns. He rushed for 48 yards in the game. West Virginia has performed well offensively against the Big 12 with 4.9 yards per rush, 7.7 yards per pass attempt. They have stopped the run effectively against the conference. Cincinnati has struggled in the conference defensively, allowing 4.7 yards per run, 8 yards per pass attempt. The Mountaineers have won and covered both road games against the Big 12. Cincinnati is 6-11 to the spread at home. Play here will be on West Virginia at +5. All right, next up we've got for you here Miami and Georgia Tech. Miami improved to 9-0, a 53-51 home victory to Duke. The Hurricanes gained 526 yards, 126 rushing for 4 yards a carry. Defensively, they allowed 405 yards to the Blue Devils, 325 passing on 41 attempts. Cam Ward, 25 of 41 passing for 400 yards with 5 touchdowns and a pick. Georgia Tech sits at 5-4, a 21-6 road defeat at Virginia Tech. The Yellow Jackets put up 356 yards, 96 rushing for 2.9 yards a carry. Defensively, they allowed 233 yards to the Hokies, 134 passing on 28 attempts. Haynes King has missed the past 2 games with an upper body injury and is questionable. Zach Pyron here, 10 of 22 passing for 76 yards and a pick. Georgia Tech has put up good numbers in conference, 4.9 yards per rush, 6.8 yards per pass attempt. They hold ACC opponents to 3.9 yards per carry, 63% completions. The Hurricanes defense in conference allows 32 points per game with 4.5 yards per run, 253 yards passing for 7 yards per pass attempt. The Yellow Jackets have covered 5 of 6 against the Hurricanes. They are 3-0 to the spread at home against winning teams. The pick here will be on Georgia Tech at +11. All right, next up we have Navy and USF. Navy 6-2, a 24-10 road defeat to Rice in a game that was delayed several times by rain and weather. The midshipmen gained 260 yards, 140 rushing for 3.5 yards a carry. Defensively, they allowed 344 yards to the Owls, 239 passing on 40 attempts. Blake Horvath, 10 of 21 passing for 120 yards and 2 picks. He rushed for 64 yards and a touchdown. USF now 4-4 with their 44-21 road win at FAU. The Bulls produced 525 yards, 319 rushing for 7.4 yards a carry. Defensively, they allowed 485 yards to the Owls, 306 passing on 42 attempts. Byron Brown missed the game due to a foot injury and is questionable. Bryce Archie was 19 of 32 passing for 206 yards and 2 touchdowns. He did rush for a score. USF in their past 3 games rushing for 4.8 yards a carry and holding teams to 4 yards per run with 6.5 yards per pass step. Navy in this span really struggling defensively, allowing 5 yards a carry, 6.9 yards per pass step. Now USF has played a really tough schedule. Of course, UCF won last year's meeting as they put up 44 points and 435 yards on Navy. Play here will be on USF plus 3.5. All right, next up we've got Syracuse and Boston College for Saturday. Syracuse now 6-2 with their 38-31 home victory to Virginia Tech. The Orange gained 420 yards, 130 rushing for 3.9 yards a carry. Defensively, they allowed 455 yards to the Hokies with 248 yards rushing for 5.2 yards a carry. Kyle McCord 24-35 passing for 280 yards with 2 touchdowns and a pick. BC 4-4 with their 31-27 home defeat to Louisville. The Eagles posted 218 yards, 14 rushing for 3.8 yards a carry. Defensively, they allowed 461 yards to the Cardinals, 332 passing on 38 attempts. It was Thomas Castellanos, 13 of 28 passing for 164 yards and 3 touchdowns. He rushed for 43 yards in the game. Syracuse has struggled in their road games. They run for 2.3 yards a carry, only 6 yards per pass attempt. Their pass defense is poor away from home by allowing 76% completions, 9.9 yards per pass attempt. Eagles have been efficient with their passing game at home, 8.2 yards per pass attempt. Syracuse 3-9 to the spread on the road against the ACC. Pick here will be on Boston College, -2. Purdue and Ohio State college football pick Saturday. Purdue now 1-7 with their 26-20 home defeat to Northwestern. The Boilermakers gained 337 yards, 47 rushing for 2 yards a carry. On defense, they allowed 424 yards to the Wildcats, 302 passing on 39 attempts. Hudson Card 21-37 passing for 267 yards with a touchdown. Ohio State 7-1, a 20-13 road win at Penn State. The Buckeyes put up 358 yards, 176 rushing for 4.4 yards a carry. Defensively, they held the Nittany Lions to 270 yards, 120 rushing for 3.8 yards a carry. Will Howard 16-24 passing for 182 yards with 2 touchdowns and a pick. Purdue allows 47 points per game on the road. They are allowing 249 yards rushing for 5.5 yards a carry there. The pass defense has been poor as well away from home, giving up 281 yards for 10 yards per pass attempt. The Boilermakers offense, though, produces away from home 6.8 yards a carry, 7.2 yards per pass attempt as they put up 25 points a game. Ohio State offensively against the Big Ten put up 29 points a game behind a passing game that completes 74% of their passes for 8.8 yards per pass attempt. They have struggled in pass defense in the Big Ten by allowing 66% completion rate for 7.1 yards per pass attempt. Purdue 4-1 the over on the road, facing teams that average 4.7 yards per run or greater. The pick here will be on Purdue and Ohio State over 53. All right, next up we got Texas State and UL Monroe. Texas State 4-4 with their 23-17 home defeat to Louisiana. The Bobcats gained 378 yards, 177 rushing for 4.4 yards a carry. On defense, they allowed 423 yards to the Raging Cajuns, 252 passing on 28 attempts. Jordan McLeod, 12 of 18 passing for 88 yards. He is probable to play through an ankle injury. UL Monroe drops to 5-3, a 28-23 road defeat to Marshall. The Warhawks put up 388 yards, 239 rushing for 5.3 yards a carry. Defensively, they allowed 364 yards to Thundering Herd, with 166 passing yards on 19 attempts. Aiden Armenta, 9 of 13 passing for 149 yards with 2 touchdowns and a pick. Monroe against the Sun Belt has put up great offensive numbers. They rushed for 5 yards a carry and averaged 7.9 yards per pass attempt against the conference. Also, defensively against the Sun Belt, the Warhawks hold opposing quarterbacks a 48% completion rate. Texas State on the road is allowing 27 points per game. They are struggling to stop the run in their past 3 games, allowing 178 yards per game, 5.1 yards per pass attempt. Monroe, 5.1 yards a carry there, not per pass attempt. Monroe has a home win to James Madison. The Bobcats have road losses at Old Dominion and Sam Houston State. Bobcats 1-5, the spread on the road against winning teams. The pick here will be on UL Monroe here at +7. Minnesota and Rutgers college football pick Saturday. Minnesota now 6-3 with their 25-17 road win at Illinois. The Golden Gophers gained 361 yards, 148 rushing for 4.6 yards a carry. Defensively allowed 342 yards to the final line. 126 rushing for 4.3 yards a carry. Max Brosmer here, 22 of 37 passing for 213 yards and a touchdown. Rutgers now 4-4, a 42-20 road defeat at UCLA. The Scarlet Knights gained 434 yards, 121 rushing for 2.9 yards a carry. Defensively, they allowed 443 yards to the Trojans, 308 passing on 28 attempts. Ethan Kalkmanis, 27 of 47 passing, 313 yards and a touchdown in the game. The Golden Gophers offense has stalled on the road where they run for 2.8 yards a carry, pass for 5.8 yards per pass attempt. Even though they've had success over the past 2 games on the road winning, they put up just 23 points a game away from home. Defensively from home, the Golden Gophers give up 7 yards per pass attempt. Scarlet Knights in their running attack has thrived at home where they're running for nearly 6 yards a game. It's a back-to-back spot for Minnesota here in this road game. They're also favored in this road game. So the pick here will be on Rutgers at +6. For more free pick videos, be sure to subscribe to our channel. And if you're looking for my best bets, my pre-and plays, click that link in the description. That'll take you to my page here at Tony'sPicks.com. I'm Tony T. We'll talk to you later.